Hello and welcome to Songs for the Struggling Artist, the blogcast. This is episode 457. My name is Emily Rainbow Davis. Thank you for listening to this here blogcast. Today's blog is about Zohran Mamdani. I don't say that in the title. It's not out in the first paragraph. It's not prominently displayed in the beginnings. Which was maybe a mistake because honestly, it would be a way to get some more clicks and downloads. However, I guess I don't like clicks and downloads. I don't know. It didn't seem like the right move for some reason. Anyway, it is just in case you're like, what is she talking about? This is about the mayoral primary. It's also about his role as an assembly person in my district. And I think that's all I need to say by way of introduction. It is called Yes, I Am Glad, but also everyone keeps asking me, and I know why. Everyone thinks I'd be thrilled, but it's a lot more complicated than you think. So I figured I have to share this just so I don't have to keep explaining. Really, I wasn't going to say anything. The momentum and the joy people were feeling around Zohran Mamdani's mayoral candidacy was a pleasure to behold. And I didn't want to say anything that might jeopardize the chance that he could beat Cuomo in the primary. He did it. And I'm glad and grateful. But now that he has, and the cuckoo bananas discourse is going off the rails, I feel like I have to say something, just for some perspective on the situation. Even the most careful readers of this blog may not realize that I have, in fact, written about Mamdani before. I did not name him in the piece, but there were links aplenty, and I called him Z. I didn't do this to be coy, but because I was talking about a very local political race, and I was pretty sure few people would care about the politicians involved. Now Mamdani is an international news story. In case you don't feel like going back to read about Mamdani's run for assembly member back in 2020, I'll summarize it for you. We had a highly effective, incredible powerhouse of a progressive legislator who got through many important bills and changes, and Mamdani came along with his celebrity endorsements and media savvy and unseated her. There's a lot more to it about style and content and effectiveness and generations, but that's the basic picture. And the update to the story is that Mamdani has accomplished exactly nothing in the state legislature, and Simotas is no longer in politics. We tried to get her to run for a different open seat, and she said she liked tucking her kids in at night. Since Mamdani has been our assemblyman, he's made a lot of videos, generated a lot of publicity, but has not done much in the way of passing bills or made any noticeable changes in the neighborhood. I feel like it's important to tell you this because so much of the noise around the news of his winning the primary is in the realm of him making sweeping changes, creating either a socialist utopia or dystopia, or for the racists, a jihadist one. And I just need for those people to know that he couldn't make a single change in our neighborhood. Even if he was planning on creating a Soviet utopia, he definitely is not, he could not do it. He is not magic. Nor was he an effective legislator. Technically isn't. He's still our assemblyman. This doesn't mean he won't be a good mayor. They are very different jobs. But I think it's important for all the people freaking out about what he wants to do to know that the odds are slim he'll get it done. I also think it's important that those who got him here know that he can't do it by himself. Personally, I agree with his policies and ideas. I'd like to see them enacted. I took a quiz to see which political candidate I was most closely aligned with, and it was Mamdani. I was 70% in agreement with him. Everyone else was at 55%. So I happen to like his ideas, and I think it would be great if they happened. Apparently, our current mayor liked at least one of them as well. The city council and Mayor Adams just budgeted for piloting universal childcare. But if experience is any indicator, if Mamdani is elected mayor, he is unlikely to accomplish any of these things. Not without a lot of help. And that is where hope kicks in. Maybe, just maybe, he'll team up with the right people who are the kinds of people who get things done. If he stays teamed up with Brad Lander, for instance, I think he stands a chance. There's this video of Lander pointing to all the stuff he got done in his district and beyond. Love a man who loves libraries. Mamdani has an incredible talent at getting people on board with him. In my neighborhood, that train has led nowhere. But I have to hope that with millions of people around the world now on that train, maybe he can take the train somewhere good and make some stuff happen. He has a lot of people who believe in him holding him up. And I think it will now become the responsibility of those people to keep him in the air. If free buses were the thing you wanted, you'll probably have to stay on him for those. That grocery store idea? Somebody's going to probably have to take the lead on that to make it happen. There's going to be a lot of pushback on the rent freeze. The NYC Rent Guidelines Board just raised that rent. One guy isn't going to be able to fix it without a lot of help. This was a people's campaign, I think, and once he's in office, the people can't sit back. I'm pretty sure the job will just be beginning. I really do not want to yuck anyone's yum. I do not want to dim the lights of hope that a lot of people feel around this campaign. I wish I felt like you do. I'm thinking a lot about something AOC said a few years ago about choosing politicians. I can't remember the wording, but it's something in the territory of choosing who you're going to be pushing. Like, no one's just going to do the stuff you want. No one's just going to take care of everything. When we choose our politicians, we're choosing who we're going to engage with. On that front, I think Mamdani is a good choice. I think he'll respond to the pushes. He seems to be good at listening to people he doesn't necessarily agree with. He pitched his campaign based on what he heard people say they needed. At the very least, he'll make engaging videos about stuff. Am I just mad still about the 2020 Assembly primary election when we lost the best feminist, progressive, effective legislator we had, not just in the neighborhood, but in the state? It's possible. But I've seen all the videos. I understand why everyone is so excited. Mamdani is doing an amazing job of getting everyone motivated and activated. I see what all the fuss is about. Keep it up. All the way to the general. And then keep pushing. If you want to read the initial post that I wrote about Mamdani back in 2020, it is called The Difference Between A and Z and Progressive Politics. I'll link to it in the show notes, too, if you feel like you want to check that out. I didn't name him or Arabella Simotas, who was our assembly person at the time, and the other subject of that piece. She was A, he was Z. Very convenient that they have names at the opposite ends of the alphabet. Yeah, I miss her. I miss her. So, what song shall I give you? Well, I looked up songs about trains, mostly inspired by the caption that I put on the photo of a train on this post, because it does feel like, we gotta move this train. We're on the train. We can't get off the train. Gotta keep getting on the train. So I spent some time in amongst some train songs, and the one that felt like exactly on message, was a Doobie Brothers song called Keep This Train A-Rollin'. And it was a good time. I will play it for you momentarily. But it is funny to me, and actually also maybe perfect for this post, because I was not a fan of the Doobie Brothers as a young person. The Doobie Brothers seemed, I don't know, like weird and dorky and like just not, well, I was not into them at all. And now they have really grown on me. I feel like I enjoy Michael McDonald and the Doobie Brothers in a way that I would never have thought possible in my youth. I mean, the level to which I did not care about them then, or maybe actively dislike them, I don't know. I'm not sure I could connect. I don't know if I could have named a Doobie Brothers song, actually. Michael McDonald, yes. Doobie Brothers, I'm less clear about. I think I just, dismiss. And now I enjoy it very much. So, we can change our feelings over time. Sometimes. So I will play that for you in a moment. Meanwhile, thank you so much for listening. If you like this podcast, please tell someone about it. Like, review, subscribe, whatever you can do in your podcast app and beyond. All good. If you would like to support it with money, amazing. Patreon.com/Emily R. Davis. There's also Ko-fi. There's PayPal. You could do a paid subscription on Substack. All of those options and links are in the show notes. And mostly what you're doing right now, listening, is key. So I thank you for being here with me and growing my download numbers. So that's nice. Thank you. So I shall give you Keep This Train A-Rollin' by the Doobie Brothers. Doobie Brothers. All right. I don't think there's anything else to tell you about it except here it is. Sure as that old whistle's blowing, there's a tug upon my heart. Somewhere in that misty morning light, there's another brand new start. Sometimes I'd love to see this end and watch it fall apart. 'Cause it's still such a long road, and we're a long way from the start. You know, anyone can say what's wrong, that don't make it right to me. We're not born into this life to walk away from everything. You take the blues in your stride, and all you need's a song to survive. You think by now we wouldn't know that. We gotta keep this train rolling. We don't wanna break down on this highway. We won't be here waiting, worrying, wondering, wishing we were somewhere other than right here. But baby, we're right here. You take the blues in your stride, and all you need's a song to survive. Don't you think by now we wouldn't know that? We gotta keep this train rolling. We don't wanna break down on that highway. We could sit here waiting, worrying, wondering, wishing we were somewhere other than right here. But baby, we're right here. We gotta keep this train rolling. Oh, we don't wanna break down on this highway. Ain't no use in worrying, waiting, wondering, wishing we